Why can't I ever do anything on time? But there we are. Let me put the sound up because I think people are saying that I am not loud enough. Anyway, here I am, ready finally to do this. The lighting's a bit crap. Is that better? No, not really. Okay, I'll give up on that. Money, anything, look at me, I'm deflecting. Anything not to talk about money. The reason I wanted to talk about money is because, you know, I said last week that I had to cancel my trip to India because of the international situation. And it's funny because every time I say to people, I've had to cancel my trip to India because of the international situation, their next sentence is, have you got your money back? Have you got your money back? Not, oh no, that's awful, so sorry to hear, or, well, that's very wise of you, I'm so glad that you're being sensible. No, did you get your money back? So the answer is no. Well, not yet anyway, not very likely, to be honest. So this brings us to this topic of money, because no, I have no idea whether I will get my money back. I made a terrible mistake. I went through a travel agent. If I hadn't gone through a travel agent, I would have had my money back by now. It's much more complicated. So whatever you do, don't book anything through a travel agent. And that has had its own issues with me and money and my relationship with it. And this tapping session is not about you want more money, because there's plenty of those around, or you have money blocks. I'm not really interested in that. It's more about money and how it kind of runs the world, or we have so many confusing messages about money and our relationship with it. So if I'm actually thinking about what happened, me, India and money, and this idea that, no, I don't think I will get my money back because there's all sorts of reasons and I don't care about that. What I care about is about being foolish with money. So I'm going to invite you to, first of all, do a round of tapping, contemplating what is it about you and your relationship with money. Not about the money blocks, not because you want more money, no. Imagine you are in a relationship with something that is essential to you. We need money, we can't survive without it, it's very difficult. And you are in that relationship and it's not aligned, you don't get on so well. That's what I'm looking at, okay? I don't get on very well with money. It doesn't mean I have money blocks. It doesn't mean I want more money. It just means I would like to be more comfortable. I'd like us to be happier together, me and money. How does that sound? It's a bit different. Okay, so we're going to tap on the side of the hand. We're going to say, well, even though money and I don't get on terribly well, money does its own thing, and I do my own things. And we are not very comfortable sharing the same space. We have to, because one doesn't exist without the other. Without us, money doesn't exist, and we don't exist without money, if you see what I mean. I accept this is where I'm at right now. And even though I don't like money being so important, I don't like my friends saying to me, did you get your money back, as a first answer. I'd like them to say, oh, I'm sorry to hear this, or I'm glad, I'm relieved, or whatever, but not immediately making it about you. So dear money, I wonder if you have anything to say to me. I'm asking you to do that. So have a little think. Think about money as being a person, if you wish, or an archetype. And dear money, I would like to get to know you better, because we don't really get on so well. we have many arguments and there's a lot of feelings between you and I'm interested to find out more about you. So I'm going to use myself, obviously, because I always do, but also suggest you follow along with me. So even though Moni and I don't get on so well, sometimes we do, but a lot of the time we don't. I want to find out more. I'm curious to find out more about money, my idea about what money is and what, if it was a person, what would it be? So I want you to just think about that. If money, your relationship with money was a person, what would it be? Tapping on the top of the head, and then corner of the eyebrow there. What does my money look like? I know, I'm really surprised, because what's popped up is an image that I really was not expecting. It's corner of the eye. Just carry on focusing. What does my money look like? Underneath the eye. Just get that image in your mind. What does my money look like? And you might find that it's completely different to what you thought it was, because it's what just popped into my head. It's completely different to what I thought was going to happen. So just keep focusing. What is my money looking like? What does money look like for me? If it was a person, what would it be? And underneath the arm. Then pause a minute. And I'm going to tell you what money is suddenly, when I said, what do you look like? It's like a sprite or a pug type creature, a trickster. It's here 1 minute and gone the next, and it's running around me, just making funny faces at me and making fun of me. That is what money is for me. It just makes fun of me. It's having a laugh. It doesn't respect me. It doesn't think I'm of any importance whatsoever, and it does exactly what it wants. So if you fancy sharing in the comments, I'd be curious to find out what happened to you. Who turned up? What does your money look like? And do you like them? And on the scale of 0 to 10, how much do you like that creature that has just turned up? And I'm thinking, actually, I quite like it, my version of money, that creature that's a trickster. And in a way, I wish I could be more like it, because then I wouldn't take it so seriously. Because my money does not appear to take itself seriously at all. So, let's ask. Even though you've just turned up and you're not at all what I thought you were going to be, I accept this is where we are at right now, and I am curious to find out more about you. What do you think of me, money? What do you think of me? Less of what I think of you, because we sort of know that, but what does money think of me, the other way around? I love and accept myself anyway, and my relationship with money. And so I'm inviting you to go to type of the head and think, okay, so what does money, my concept of money, my image of money, think of me? And what is the feeling that comes up? And for me, just right now, the feeling is my money, that trickster, thinks I'm hilarious. It thinks that I'm the funniest thing on this planet, because I take it so terribly seriously. And my money, my concept of money, doesn't take itself seriously at all. It thinks it's all a laugh. And I am shocked. I always thought money was very massive and hard and difficult. My money is as light as a feather. It's me. That's hard and difficult. Okay. So then I'm curious to find out. So even though you think that I am hard and difficult, and you think I'm hilarious really with my worries about you and how I try to control you, because you are completely uncontrollable, and how you worry about how you haven't got enough or if you have too much. You always worry about it. That's my money speaking. So if I was to let my money, whatever it is, talk about me, what would it say? So I want you to tap on the side of the hand and say, even though I might not like what I'm going to hear, I'm curious to find out more about what you think of me and see what comes up. And I accept myself. And you, money, that is. And even though I'm not sure where this is going, and it's so different to what normally people do around money, I am interested and intrigued. Because the ultimate question is, how will we, you and I, money and I, get our relationship on a better footing? Because right now, it's not working so well. Lighten up, it says. There's a part of me that, no, I can't lighten up. I don't want to lighten up. Good God, if I light up, then we will be bankrupt. It's nonsense, it says. So let's do this exercise in EFT tapping, which is quite fun, is that we're going to tap on each point and we're going to alternate. Okay, so top of the head, it's you speaking. Corner of the eye, it's your money. And then we alternate, yeah? So top of the head, you're speaking. What do you think about your money? So if I'm thinking about money, I think it's kind of like heavy and it's annoying and it's always kind of worrying in the back of my mind. Somehow we're not going to be able to afford this, or maybe we won't be able to pay for the heating oil because of the war over in the Middle East. And then there is the answer. So my money answer is, oh, we'll manage somehow. It doesn't matter. It's only money. Excuse me, that's me talking. What do you mean it's only money? That is not true. We need money. Money is serious. Take yourself seriously. Why do you think this is just a joke? And then that's money responding. So, well, what difference does it actually make, whether it's a joke or not? What difference does it make if you take me seriously or not? How is it making you happier to think of me as something heavy and difficult and always worrying about the lack or the abundance of it? Either way, you always worry about it. And I have to say that I'm thinking, wow, that's an interesting question. And I'm beginning to contemplate this idea of what would happen if I became more light-hearted about this. And money kind of replies, oh, thank God for that. Because frankly, I'm so bored with you going on and on and on and on about we haven't got enough, we've got too much, we've squandered it, we should save more, but we couldn't. I'm bored with it. And I'm thinking now, wouldn't it be fun if money and I could have a laugh together? If I could be light-hearted about it? And then the answer is, oh, well, you can't do that, because that would mean you become a spendthrift. And money laughs when I say that. I mean, when was the last time you were a spendthrift, says my money? And the answer is, not really. Yeah, well, when I booked the holiday in India. And then the answer that money gives me for that is, I am only money. Stop giving me all your power. You don't have any money blocks. You just take it far too seriously. And then there's that part of me that's thinking, yes, but what about the people who don't have any money and it's really tough for them? Because I'm lucky. I'm a white middle-class woman. I have some money. I mean, I have a pension. It's not brilliant, but it is money. And then my money says, well, yeah, but that's not about you, is it? Stop taking on the problems of the world, which I'm kind of really good at. And I accept this is where I'm at right now. What do you think? I don't know, because I never know. When I do these sessions with you, tapping along about some topic or another, I don't know what's going to come up, ever. I really don't, because I don't plan them. I plan the topic and I think about it, obviously, but I never know where it's going to lead, because that's the beauty of the way I think about EFT tapping. You can use it very, dogmatically, and you can have a formula and do it right. And you can do it the way I do it, which is, I call it random EFT tapping, and see where it takes you, where your brain takes you, where your neural pathways take you once you have tapped on the topic at hand. And I'm very surprised by what came up for me about money, and I would love to know what comes up for you, because I'm curious and I'm nosy. The other thing that I was thinking about mentioning, because it's interesting, this is a group that's free. And sometimes I think, yeah, but is that okay? I mean, how do you feel about it's free? There's no money involved. There's only an exchange of energy, isn't there? But money is energy? I don't know. So what do you think about that? It's a free group. I don't charge money for it. What would it change if I did? How would you feel about it? Would it make it less or more? Because sometimes people say, if you don't charge, you don't give it enough value. So it's a question I thought I would like to ask you. When you watch this video on the replay, I can't see who is watching right now because I know someone else, but I can't see, there's no name. But, I'm just interested to see, would that make a difference? Would it change anything? So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you next week, roughly at the same time-ish. And I hope you have a good week. Take care.